Salty told me last night, he was like, hey, man, Paul and them was trying to go off on Coach Prime. So this morning, I happened to look up. I'm strolling, and I see it. Bam. And what I realized is Coach Prime is a money magnet for ESPN because everything is operating off of business. The apps, they operate off of business. Everybody needs your eyes, right? So ESPN, although they have apps, they want eyeballs to their channels, to their segments that they have every day. So they want eyeballs there. Yes, they want to get it on YouTube on the back end, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. But they want it initially to catch it during their TV slots because that's how they get paid with the advertisement. They dishing out that money with advertisement. You know how it goes. So ESPN, remember I told y'all ESPN look like they talk about him every day? Well, it's almost not. I get it. They using Coach Prime and they do good cop, bad cop. And sometimes it's all bad cop, or sometimes it might be some good cops, but they going good and bad every time. So I'm listening to Paul Finebaum. Paul Finebaum going off on Coach Prime and telling Stephen A, man, you trying to take up with him because that's your friend. They need to take you need to go back to your college and basically give your degree back because, man, you're not being a real journalist, man. You looking out for your boy. That's your dog. That's why you acting like that. So I said, oh, they talking like that now? I said, oh, this a joke. They may not really even feel no way close to what they saying. This is pure entertainment. I say, oh, okay. Okay, so that's what it, I get it now. It's straight entertainment. So I said, Paul Finebaum, yo, the topic that he was talking about was when Coach Prime didn't let the guy ask him no more questions unless he answered Coach Prime questions. Paul Finebaum and them still talking about that. I say, well, no, they ain't got nothing else they can talk about. They can easily talk about the Baylor game. They can easily talk about Nebraska. They went way back. I say, well, no, this thing just straight entertainment. They just got to have something to do. And they say, well, hey, I honestly believe at ESPN. That's why ESPN, y'all just holler at me, baby. Holler at me from about 11:25 to 12:30. I give you a great segment on college sports, Deion Sanders, and all that, because that's what y'all were looking for. So, yo, when they going in and you hear Stephen A tell him, hold on. And Stephen A, he trying to use all these different kind of words. I'm like, no, y'all stop. This, y'all, it was like a show. It wasn't even real no more. It's like, this about money. So they done, everybody knows it, but ESPN working it. ESPN saying, look here, we need the cash to our TV spot. Bob, what will get us the money? What do you think will get us the money? Paul, you want to talk about Deion? And I'm tired of talking about him. But Paul, every time you talk about him, the views go up. Paul, every time we put it on all the social media apps, all of it go up. Come on, Paul. Paul, just talk about him. And Paul said, but I actually like Deion. I don't want to talk bad about him. I know, Paul, but if you talk bad, it's going to look good. If Stephen A and Shannon Sharp talk bad about him, it looks bad because they kind of actually roll with him. You don't rock with him like that. Even though you might be cool, you might actually call him, Bob. But come on, Paul, get on here and talk about him. So one day, y'all, Paul slipped up. Paul slipped up and agreed with the situation in our favor. I was like, whoa. Paul the good cop now? Paul had said the other day, Paul Finebaum said, yes, what Shador did to that quarterback at Colorado State, that was fine with me. I was good with that. Because the quarterback had trash talked him, talked very bad about him. And then, yeah, I'm good with that. This sports, I'm good with that. Yeah, that was good with me. I said, Paul didn't eat him up. So I said, dog, Paul really rocked with Coach Prime to me, honestly. But I think they forced him to go talk bad. Like, Paul, come on, Paul. So ESPN eating off Prime name. Now, I know I talk about Coach Prime every day, but I talk about it because I like following it, like to see the good that he do. They talk about him because it's about that money. I'm like, they about the money like that? So ESPN, y'all, they saying, Paul, if you get on here and talk trash, the numbers go up. So, y'all, they talking about Prime. They gonna talk about him every time. Now, I'm waiting on the next wave. It's another wave I want y'all to get ready for. Just get ready for the wave. I want y'all to get ready. I'm gonna prep you on it because they gonna say it. If the Baylor coach loses his job, they might not say Baylor. They might not talk about Baylor. But they will talk about the Arkansas job. If the Arkansas coach loses his job, they going to put Prime name with Arkansas. If the Florida Gators officially fire their quarterback, their coach, if Florida fire their coach, they're going to officially add Prime to that. Whether they believe it or not, they going to talk about Prime for the Arkansas job and talk about Prime for the Florida job. Why? Because that's the SEC. ESPN, I don't want to get too deep because I don't want them to do nothing to my stuff. So I just want y'all to know they going to talk about them. Now, we know, I can't say I'm 100% sure, but I'm going to say 99% sure that Florida will not hire Coach Prime only because Coach Prime is us. And they haven't ever had a us over there. They have won with what they have won with. So they're going to keep that method. And I believe they top candidate who would make sense is Lane Kiffin. So if Lane Kiffin goes to Florida, they're gonna talk about him good. Yeah, hey, FD, I think they'll roll with Florida State too. If they let Mike, if it go real bad with Mike Norvell and they sick Paul on him, they're gonna talk about Deion. So them just jobs. I'm just letting y'all know. They really, honestly, I know the SEC want Coach Prime. I'm just going to be real with y'all. The SEC want him. Now, I don't know if the Florida Gators will do it, but they know if they did, boy, they thought they had, listen, whoever hear this, don't get mad at me. I'm just going to tell it like it is. They thought they had the good life with Steve Spurrier. They thought they had the good life with Urban Meyer. If you bring Deion Sanders, if he was to really take that job over there at Florida, whoo, do you talk to the people that they gonna get to go there? God, dog. Boy, Florida eat. Now, they might be scared to get Coach Prime in there because he'll take over. But as soon as the SEC job come open, watch Paul Feinbaum throw Coach Prime name to it. Watch Stephen A. throw his name to it. Shannon Sharp, all them boys gonna throw it. But you gotta watch Paul. Paul, they main guy. Paul gonna be out there talking. I say, so y'all, at the end of the day, Paul, I don't think Paul really against Coach Prime. I think it's just ESPN tell him, hey, bro, you got to go out here and talk that trash. Because they going to believe you over Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp. Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, it's going to look bad for how it is. But if you do it, Paul, you're going to be all right. So I'm just telling y'all, they using this. They use the Coach Prime name every day because it's a money magnet. If they skip a day, the next day they gonna beat him down. He's a money magnet. ESPN say, put Deion Sanders in Colorado, money magnet. They seen it. They seen it when they took College Game Day to Jackson State. When have you known College Game Day to want to go to Jackson State? Never, until Deion Sanders was there. Where have you known the #1 recruit in the nation go to Jackson State? Never, until Deion Sanders got there and took it, Travis Hunter from Florida State to Jackson State. So, y'all, they see that Coach Prime numbers. I get it now. ESPN saying, man, look here. How can we get Coach Prime to the SEC? They want him over there, y'all. I'm telling you now, they want him over there. ESPN, they want this boy bad. Why you think ESPN game versus UCF don't have no time yet? I think ESPN got it. It don't have no time yet. They trying to figure out what games getting played that week so they can line that thing up, because they don't want certain teams playing with Coach Prime playing. They want Coach Prime to have the whole spotlight. They want all the eyes. Because somebody put out a top 10, right? They put out a top 10 today, and when they put out the top 10 of games played this weekend, Colorado State game was at number 5. Ole Miss wasn't even on there. Now, Ole Miss highly ranked, and nobody didn't want to watch them. But you had almost, maybe close halfway to 4 million wanting us, like 3.5, 3.6 million was watching us. Yo, watch how ESPN talk about Coach Prime next week. They gonna hype that game, boy. Woo, watch they hype that game. When they put the time on the game, they gonna make sure we ain't playing with nobody else that could take the viewers from us. They gonna give us that, especially if UCF win. Y'all, I'm telling you, they wanna talk about Coach Prime. They see that if you wanna bring eyeballs during football season outside of game day, because on game day you gonna get the views. But they trying to get, let's say, 500,000 views or 1 million views a day on that segment. They know if Paul get on there and talk about Coach Prime, it's gonna go up. Stephen A. maybe here and there. So that's why you don't really hear Stephen A. beat him down that much. It's really just Paul. And Paul will tell you, he done went on record saying it. Why y'all keep asking me about Coach Prime? I don't even talk about him. Y'all bring him to me. So Paul be chilling, but they force it on Paul. Paul, one more segment. What do you think about Coach Prime versus Baylor? Paul like, no. I know Paul be getting off probably saying, ESPN, you're going to have to give me extra money for all this money you getting off Prime. You got me talking about the man like he's at University of Florida or something. Come on, man. Figure something out. Because you know Paul, he can say what he want to say now. Figure something out. I don't talk about him on my SEC channel. I don't talk about him at all until you bring him in my face or you make me talk about him. Y'all, this thing wild, man. ESPN know they need Prime. This is, I said, dog, if they don't talk about Prime, what they talking about? Only other subject that's going to get a lot of talk time, and I'm going to tell y'all now, it is Lane Kiffin if he go to Florida. If Lane Kiffin goes to Florida, ESPN will have something to talk about. They're going to still talk about Coach Prime. They're going to let Paul Fireman get on there and eat him up, which he really don't want to do, but they're going to force him to. And then they're going to talk about Lane Kiffin. How can Lane Kiffin do it? Y'all, this is, I never seen nothing like this. Today, when I saw the last 2 episodes with Paul Feinbaum and Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, and then yesterday's on was Paul Feinbaum and Stephen A. Smith. When I saw how they flipped the script, I said, this about only money. Listen, y'all, don't think I'm just realizing this. I get it. I know everything about the dollar, but I didn't think ESPN, big as they are, had to focus on Coach Prime to get their money when it's dealing with college football. This is wild. I'm like, now I know they really don't want Coach Prime to make a come up, but at the same token, they know he is that boy, so you got to talk about it. All right, y'all, I didn't get to go through the messages right on this one. I'm going to jump back on and do another one, but I got to tell you this. Tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we on Florida time. So what is 12 right now? So basically in 10 more hours tonight, I will do an interview with DJ McKinney's dad. His dad was a assistant head coach at Baylor for the women's basketball when they won the championship, and I think in 2012. Then you know he's going to talk about his son going from Oklahoma State to Colorado with Coach Prime. He's going to talk about that. So we're going to give y'all the whole, man, tune in tonight. Then my next thing, y'all, listen, y'all, I got something. I have something where it's something in me that God done blessed me with, where I can encourage people to really take their dreams and go run with them, y'all. Today, just a few minutes ago, I asked the person what they really wanted to do with their life, and they broke that thing down. They were saying silly stuff, and then they really went to keying on it once they knew I was being for real. They keyed in on it, and they told me exactly what they wanted to be, how they done made money from it, how people love it, how they love what they doing. Bro, this too easy, y'all. I say, I'm going to get with you. We going to put that plan together, and you gonna push this stuff out and watch it take off. Y'all, and D-God just put the information out. Email me if you want to take your gifts. I know you may have your 9 to 5. Work that thing. But when you get off, stop saying you tired. Stop saying you this and that. Get into what you love on your free time and watch what God do with it. So email me. I'm giving you everything I have learned from the day I got in social media and YouTube to right now current information. I'm giving you all that on September the 24th, which is next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Email me if you want to be a part of that class. info@lifeandfootball.com. That's info@lifeandfootball.com. Email me if you want to be a part of the class. I'm giving you the gold. I'm telling you, I want you to do what you love doing. That's one of my main goals, to help everybody that holler at me and rock with me. I want to help you do your thing. Cause I'm doing mine. I done found my groove. I'm been there, bam, bam, bam. You ain't got to tell me what I got going. I see it. I see it. I feel it. I know where I'm going with it. I want to bless y'all, give you my blueprint, and you can add whatever other stuff you done heard and add to it, and man, take that thing and drive it where you want to drive it to. It's a good thing, man, when you can travel where you want to travel to. The money start growing, and you could eventually, y'all watch this. Eventually, I'm going to leave my job, and I'll work for me. Watch. I'm going to tell you. Talking about football and being encouraging to people and stuff. Watch what I tell y'all. But, hey, I'm going to get off this one and get on to another one. Email me if you want to be a part of the class. info@lifeandfootball.com. That's info at the word life, the word and the word football.com. Email me if you want to be a part of the class. And it's next Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But tonight now, I'm doing an interview with DJ McKinney's dad. Hey, but blessings to y'all. I'm going to get off this one and log back on, and we're going to ride out and talk about that Baylor Bears. Holla at y'all. Holla at y'all. Holla.